Well, hey, y'all. Welcome to another episode of Press Play, where we take a look at the best and then worst video marketing content out there. I'm Ben. There's Justin. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a couple bad examples of company culture videos. Justin, you want to tell them what are the key elements of a company culture video?
Of a good
video?
Of
a good one, yeah.
Yeah. So, on the last episode, we kind of realized that it all pushed into one big ball of truth.
Synonyms.
Synonyms, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But truth is a good synonym.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So honesty is first, and the way we kind of define that is it's got to have a who you are, a why you are, mission, a purpose. Kind of give me some of those feels.
Okay.
Second, it's got to have authenticity, right?
All right.
Don't set out to create your culture by creating a video.
Right.
Know that you have a culture.
Or don't.
If you just got acquired and you need to hire 70 people in the next, year, don't make a culture video where there is no culture just so you can hire people. Like, it doesn't work unfortunately, it doesn't work that way.
It's okay to have a shitty company culture. Don't try to package it into something it isn't.
Yeah, because then people show up and it just doesn't work out that way.
Okay.
Third is real.
Okay.
Show, don't tell.
Okay.
So, just let it kind of unfold and be a little bit more organic.
Mm-hmm. Let it be instead of, let it be evident as opposed
instead
to
of writing a script for it.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. And fourth?
And fourth, be genuine. Don't force it.
Okay.
Kind of really, it's back. All of them kind of, like I said, they're kind of a big ball of
truth and honesty and goodness.
Yes.
All right. So, quick disclaimer on the bad episodes. These are not necessarily bad videos, right? Sometimes they're really good videos.
The one I brought is really well done.
The one I brought is also really well done. It's just not a company culture video. So it's not going to hit on some of these points, and that's why we've chosen to show them as bad examples of company culture videos. So with that in mind, mine is largely predicated on the fact by the name of the video and then how much they dive in the description on YouTube and really double down. It's called HubSpot Culture by HubSpot. Mm-hmm. Well, let's see.
Okay, let's have a look.
Press play.
In 2006, a business maverick by the name of Brian Halligan from Boston, Massachusetts, joined forces with a humble genius named Dharmesh Shah. Brian and Dharmesh both realized the traditional business model was outdated. People had changed the way they shop and buy, but companies hadn't changed how they market and sell. They came together to pursue a single mission: to deliver an inbound marketing and sales platform that would help businesses adapt and transform into money-making machines. To build this platform, they knew they would need to recruit the best of the best. So they found developers who shipped code at lightning speed. Designers that care about every little detail. Innovative marketers who had mastered inbound. Salespeople with an earnest desire to help. Account managers that know how to manage your account. And a support team that is actually supportive. But they needed more than just an elite team of HubSpotters. They also needed the perfect work environment, one that wasn't soul-crushingly corporate or too startup-y. Brian and Dharmesh envisioned a place that believes in autonomy, not autocracy. A place that trusts its employees so much that they needed only one policy: use good judgment. It would be a place where work could be done from anywhere, where they give $5,000 a year to every employee for tuition reimbursement, where you can request unlimited free books that will magically show up on your e-reader, and where you can take unlimited vacation to read those unlimited books. A place that has all the bells and whistles. A gym, a nap room, kitchens full of snacks. You get the point. It was a challenging journey, but Brian and Dharmesh did what they set out to do, and they didn't do it alone. They now have a company where risk takers are hired and trusted, where skill, creativity, and agility, mixed with a sense of humor, are the norm. It's a place that not only helps its customers grow, but pushes its employees to grow just as much. A place where people not only work hard, but do it with heart. A place called HubSpot.
Was that all right?
A place called HubSpot.
That's a keeper.
You miscounted.
Yes. So, good video,
Yeah.
right? And entertaining at times, even funny at times. Like, some of them missed, but some of them were genuinely funny.
Yeah, I really liked the ending. That was
Yeah.
funny. I
Yeah.
wish I had thought of that
Yeah.
in other videos.
Yeah, it was a really fun recruiting video, but by no means was it a company culture video. Right? So part of my argument is largely my argument is based on the fact that they themselves call it HubSpot Culture.
Yes,
And
it's
in
mislabeled.
the description they really double down on that, and I don't remember the exact wording, but they double down on that, the culture of HubSpot or what, and that's not what it was.
Yep.
It was perks of working here. It was a little bit of the background of the company, and all that is fine
Right.
for a recruiting video.
Yes.
It just gave me no indication about what the culture was actually like there. Maybe fun and funny because that's what the video
Well,
ended up being.
So yeah, we've talked about this. Like, elements of your company culture should permeate throughout your entire video library, through all of your copy, through everything. Like, every moment that you have to connect with somebody, whether it's a phone call, a blog post, a video, whatever, your culture needs to be evident.
Right.
And whether it's just a little sample of it, it's your voice or whatever. And so you get that a little bit from HubSpot in this video.
Yeah.
That is the extent to which you understand the culture
Right.
of this company
Right.
throughout that video.
I don't want to skip ahead too much, but they neither showed nor told what their culture was.
Right.
Right? So let's just skip ahead and put a yes on number 3.
Yeah. Can we go ahead and put 3 up? I don't like the look he's...
Okay, well, we'll get to that in due time.
Yep.
We'll keep it all in order.
Number 1.
Honesty. Who we are, why we do this, mission, purpose. They
They stated
their mission.
I don't know
but
that I can recall
that's
what
as
it was,
close as they
because
get.
it wasn't a part of the entire message.
No,
right?
it was, and I don't even know that it was their mission statement. I think it was the two founders' mission was to create a fill in the blank,
Yeah.
whatever it was, right? Something about inbound.
Yeah.
So I mean, none of it came from a place of this is who we are. Check this out. It all felt too packaged and polished, and I'm just gonna say no on
Yeah.
honesty.
Get out of here.
All right.
What about authenticity?
I mean, when you look at it under the realm of like culture first, video second, I can't say that they used the video necessarily to create their culture. But
No.
I don't know that I get a sense of what their culture actually is. So it's kind of like a null set. Like, I can't define it because I don't really know what the culture is. I'm sure they have. I mean, HubSpot's a pretty impressive company.
Yeah.
They probably have a really
We
well-established culture.
Our year-long we
Yeah.
pay to use HubSpot.
Right. And they earned that business.
Right.
Certainly.
They're good. They're a great company.
So they've probably got a great culture. I don't know that I could identify what it is based on the HubSpot Culture video, though. So, no.
No. It wasn't a culture first, video second. It was imposing.
It was a video
something.
that just ended up like
They
not
dressed up.
touching on culture.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, who knows? Maybe it was in an earlier version of the script, or or it ended up on the editing room floor or whatever, and they just left in the funny parts. Maybe it was like a 5 or 6 minute long video that had something at the core of it that ended up not being in there, but that's also a mistake. So still a no.
Show don't tell.
Yeah. So
Or
as we've
being real.
Yeah, being real, as we've already addressed, but may or may not have actually put in the edit. They neither showed nor told anything about their culture. They told you what the perks of working there were.
Yes.
Right? That works relatively well as a recruiting video.
It's a brochure.
Yes.
It is
Yes.
entirely a brochure of the things you get by working here.
Mm-hmm.
You get a gym that has their fancy stitching embroidered on
true.
the leather.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You get unlimited vacation. Cool.
Sure. You get the ebooks automatically put on your Kindle.
Yeah. I blanked out during that part.
Yeah. No, it was there.
Okay.
Yeah. It was right before
I don't
the
care.
part where you're like, oh, there's more to this video.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so that's a no. Number 4, don't force it.
This is a good example of forcing it.
Yes. Yes.
They crowbarred that shit right into the video.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And it wasn't, right, it wasn't necessarily disingenuous. It wasn't not well executed.
Mm-hmm.
It was just that they tried to polish it too much. They tried to deliver it, right? It was the brochure, like you said. They tried to control the message too much. You said something in some of our discussions about how a production company, when they're asked to do a culture video for a company, like that's the last time the company has an opportunity to dictate anything, right? The production
ideally, right?
The production company ideally would be able to observe what the culture is and then craft a video. This was not that. This was, hey, let's do this stuff and let's put it in this interesting stylized package.
Yeah.
That again was well executed technically and creatively. It just wasn't cultural at all. So I think that's 4 no's on this one.
To our point earlier, yeah, I get a feel for maybe what their culture is, but I didn't get an authentic feel from an actual employee. Because this is very much a recruiting video.
Yeah.
They mislabeled it as a culture video, but it is a recruiting video specifically because it's that brochure of absent of culture, why people work here.
And I will admit, if we'd used this in our recruiting video episode, I think it totally could have worked as a good recruiting video.
Yeah.
And then I think that's the point we're trying to drive home here is that a company culture video is something specific. And it's not just, hey, you should come work here instead of somewhere else.
Because we give you these things.
Right. Yeah.
It's about the people.
Yeah. So enough shitting on HubSpot. What do you have for us?
Well, another very well-known company who did a really good job executing a very stylized video.
Okay.
And I can imagine their production budget was huge on this, given the quality of the image, given the what is in that image.
Have I seen this?
I think we've talked about it before.
Okay.
So it's been on my list of like kind of pet peeves, and I'm glad to have a chance to bring it up.
Yeah.
This is Welcome to Dropbox by by Dropbox.
All right, let's press play. Oh, yeah, HubSpot.
Why do I love Dropbox? Boy, I mean, if you've got a few hours, I can go over it.
So why do I love Dropbox?
Why do I love Dropbox?
Why do I love Dropbox?
It's a really difficult question.
Gotta be the people.
The people. The people.
There's not a bad apple in the whole building.
Dropbox everyone's positive. I feel like every time I come to work, it's just extremely positive.
I think it's a very human place, if that makes sense.
The culture at Dropbox is down to earth and magical.
Lots of dedication, hard work, paired with a lot of fun at the same time.
It's also a culture where people want to deliver on results, but they also never take themselves too seriously.
Dropbox is respectful of my time, not only here at work, but also at home.
there is a seamless integration between your life and your work.
It's just such a diverse group of people, and everyone comes together to create this all-star team.
I'm always like surprised here at Dropbox.
There's a lot of talk at Dropbox about how great our perks are.
My very favorite perk at Dropbox is the tea and scones cart. You're just like sitting there writing code, and all of a sudden this cart comes by your desk.
The gym is great. It's awesome. I really enjoy the gym and being able to work out and then pump iron.
There's a music room at the office, so I spend a bunch of time there, late nights, playing guitar with folks from work.
The one thing that really attracted me to come to Dropbox was this belief that users really own their data.
It's not uncommon that I'm walking around and I have a Dropbox t-shirt on and somebody will stop me on the street and be like, I love what you build. And I love that. I just love knowing that what I'm building has so much impact on so many users.
One day Dropbox will be such an iconic name that I will look back and be so proud of myself for being a part of the journey.
It all goes back to empowerment and initiative. These things are just core to who we are and the kind of people we hire.
It's not only a place where I come to work, it's a place that I come to grow.
Oh my god, I love Dropbox. Is this interview over now? Okay, thanks.
Okay.
I know it's hard for me to put this one on there because I see a lot of reasons on both sides for doing it this way.
Absolutely, yes.
From a production standpoint, I'm thinking it's a lot easier to get authentic thoughts and feelings from someone if there's not a camera in their face.
Mm-hmm.
How do you get a camera out of your face but still capture that? Audio. So great, we'll stick a mic in here and then just talk to people.
Yeah.
And it's a lot easier that way, right?
And right, my pet peeve with talking heads, right? Like it's an interesting way to get around the talking head thing,
it's a
right?
fun way.
This is actually a video I had on my very short list for good recruiting videos. Until I showed it to you as the one I was thinking of, and you blew up at it, and I wanted to avoid confrontation and decided not to show it.
I hate talking heads, but...
Not the band.
No, fuck no. They're awesome.
No, I hate talking heads too, and I think it's a really clever way to get around that. And to your point too, to get more relaxed answers from people by not putting them on camera, just recording their audio. That's probably part of it too. It felt to me though, two big points, and I don't want to take these from you, so you can repeat them afterward if you want. But 2 big points. It felt once they went the Muppet direction, they committed to a certain level of polish. Right, like it was just a little too clever.
Mm-hmm.
Like even the Jenga game falling over, right?
Yeah, it starts to feel manufactured in some way.
It doesn't feel like real or genuine or honest or authentic. Yeah,
that was the Jenga moment is what tipped it for me.
Okay,
that was all in post, unless there was something sitting next to her that in the actual audio session.
I thought I saw an actual wire push it or something.
Well, sure. Maybe they had to compensate for what was in the audio track.
Okay, yeah.
But it was a really good clip, and they're like, well, how can we make that happen visually?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the other point too is just like with the HubSpot video, it's the perks of working there, right? They started talking about the people, and you could see how talking about the people, it could go to culture. Because people are a fundamental part of culture.
Yep.
Instead, it went from people to kind of the perks of working here, right?
Mm-hmm.
One guy even said, I love the gym, right? That's the second one with the gym in it. One guy's pressing his nose up against the window looking at the baseball stadium across the street. So how awesome is our location, whatever. It just felt, for me, like it got too recruiting-y.
I'll be honest, I didn't even get there. Because they lost me when I couldn't make a connection with a person.
Mm-hmm.
And even though it was a voice, this thing could have been completely audio and B-roll, and I might have connected with it better.
Right.
Which is tough for me to say because I hate talking head videos.
Mm-hmm.
But I realized with this that connection to who that person is, because that's where you lose authenticity is you
Right.
lose the face of that person.
Right. Yeah.
So let's go through these.
All right. So honesty, who, why, mission, purpose. Was any of that in there?
A little bit. There was a girl who mentioned she runs into people who say, I love what you build. And like, that's a rewarding aspect.
Right.
But I think that's honestly, that is one of 25 audio clips that I actually heard because I checked out. I checked out so early and I didn't connect.
And it certainly doesn't match up against having a band studio and a gym and the location and like all that other stuff that they did cram down your throat. That one little nice human emotional element was just kind of lost.
And yeah, exactly. Yeah. It got lost because I didn't even realize that band studio is a part of their company. I felt like it was just a scene for the Muppets.
Okay.
I didn't even realize that was a real thing at the company until you just mentioned it.
Yeah, I mean,
even though we talked about it off camera.
Right, yes. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. Interesting.
So no check mark there.
So no on honesty. Authenticity. Culture first, video second.
I'm gonna say Dropbox has a culture. They're in a cool city with cool people, and it sounded like those people actually have real thoughts and feelings about where they work.
Right.
I just didn't connect to it.
Right. No, and those did feel like actual people's actual thoughts and feelings.
Actual employees. They felt like actual employees. Yeah. So I'm going to give a check mark here and let them get away with that.
Okay. Show, don't tell. That whole real aspect.
No. At all. Like, if it was a 1 to 10 scale, it's 0.
Yeah, or like they had the opportunity to, but then they showed up here. They're like, hey, look up here. We're doing this clever thing.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
Again, it ended up being, what was initially, I think, a very clever idea ended up being distracting and taking away from it.
I almost feel like if they even put the subject of those interviews as a Muppet into a situation where there were real people behind it, I feel like you could connect to that office space a little bit more. But because it was just a Muppet looking out a window at a gorgeous view, I felt like it wasn't real.
Yeah, that's interesting. Genuine, not forcing it.
This is an example of forcing it.
Yeah.
You take out reality and put in your own reality, your own view of what you think is beautiful about this company.
And when this type of video needs to be so authentic and real and honest, right? I mean, that's why we keep using those words, right? It all comes back to that. It needs to be legit. The technical or creative thing that they did, the hook for this piece, kept it from being that because it kept you from being able to connect.
At first, it was like, oh, cool, fun. But then I just thought about Muppets.
I can totally see how brainstorming this idea, even if you were talking yourself out of it, you'd be like, I can't not pitch this to the client.
Yeah.
Right? Like
it's like a different way to do talking heads. Like, it's fun.
But save it for the right video. Don't just do it in the next video.
Right.
Right? So there's 2 bad examples of company culture videos. Again, really good videos in themselves, like really good recruiting videos, just not company culture because they lack those human, authentic moments that allow you to connect with what a company is about. Yeah. So we'll see you next time on Press Play. You doing the eyebrow thing?
Oh, yeah.